the 11th of October. That's what we're dealing with right now. It's challenging its volume weighted average price right now. Okay, in the pre-market session it was up more than what it is right now. So let's look at the volumes we are talking about here. 901 point something million. So let's look at the daily model and get the volume for this session. 228 million, 28.882 million. That's what we're talking about here for CEI. So right now the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is just slightly okay. Both they're all oversold, so that's some positive. If they're oversold, then there's a good chance it will extend. Okay, on the daily model, it has met some resistance at the volume weighted average price. So let's look at the daily model, which is a better picture of what we're talking about here. So it's okay, struggling a bit, So let's see the options for CEI. Let's refresh. The market has opened right now, so these are the Greeks. Okay, so let's so open interest of 50,213. So the stock is retracing. So the sellers they have the upper hand right now, as the stock is not doing so well, down 2.05%. It's completely oversold right now based on the 14-period slow stochastic oscillator. The RSI relative strength index is indicating weakness as well, down 3.51%. Is it going to be a bad day for CEI? How good would it be for CEI? So it's trying to extend upwards now. So let's quickly return and see what's going on the options side of things. So let's refresh this again. Okay, volume is let's see the volumes here. Opening interest for this $2 strike is still 50,213. So, but we also know the stock has started to retrace. So let's quickly have a look and see what the Greeks are doing, whether there's been any change. I think since the stock hasn't really increased as such, okay, at some point we saw this figure was a 0.5 and some fractions, so it's now down to 0.495. And this Greek has also, I think, has increased slightly. Yes, it's increased slightly, so just gives an idea of what will be involved here. Okay, so it's trying to gain again, so it's highly volatile. Is it going to get profitable now? Is it going to get into the green right now? Okay, getting bullish now, 0.88%. So the buyers are, getting serious as well. .58% is the gain so far. The stock is okay. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is no more oversold, as we pointed out. Since it was oversold, there's every chance it will be reversed, and that's what we're seeing right now. Okay, while we're at it, so let's quickly have a look and see what's going on with PTGX. PTGX up 84.65% now. So let's see whether we can get options figures for PTGX. Okay, there isn't very much activity going on the options. The volumes are not so wonderful. Okay, let's look at FLXN. FLXN is up. Okay, it was actually up 72% in the pre-market session, so it's cooling off now. It has converged with its volume, its 10-day moving average right now. But the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is still oversold, still overbought now. All the lines are in the overbought territory, so there's a good chance it may also continue to, it may retrace further. Yeah, that's what is likely to happen. So let's look at SDC. SDC down 0.38%, retracing. The oscillators are in the oversold territory for SDC, so it may pull up again. It may return into the green. It may become positive again. SDC down 1.06%. Let's see what the volumes are like. Volume is 1.209. Smile Direct. So let's quickly have a look at PROG. Progenity up 8.89. You can see that extending seriously bullishly. RSI strongly bullish, overbought. 14 period slow stochastic oscillator equally overbought as well. This is the 1 minute model. So let's look at the options and see what's going on there. Progenity extending bullishly, relentlessly pushing up. Let's look at the options for Progenity, PROG. So you can see this $1 strike is I think the most popular of all of them. It's at 1,740. The next one is 150. So I think what is going on amongst other things may be that all the way down to 250 they are quite popular, and then we have that we have this anomaly that the 3 and the 350 are not so popular. So we can see, yes, that the $1 strike. So let's look at the Greeks there for those positions. Okay, so the $1 strike. Okay, it has delta is 1. Okay, so we have the 150, 0.55. All of these figures are definitely they have been increasing. You can see but this $5 strike is quite not that risky for market participants. I mean, the reason why we are looking at the delta is because you multiply this by 100 and then you multiply that by the open interest. I think we have an open interest of 31,000. So if you want to multiply 31,000 by 100, it will give you an idea of the sort of hedgings that people who want to hedge will be doing. But it's not only hedgings. People may also want to do other things. they may want to exercise. So we have that. We had a gamma, a delta of 1. So if you multiply this by 100, we're talking about 31 million. Yeah, is it no 3.1 million? We have 3.1 million shares, and we also know that a gamma hedge is not a one-off. They tend to, if it keeps on occurring, it tends to continue occurring as the figures move up. So let's look at what's going on here. Okay, quite volatile at the moment. So just be really careful if you want to buy Progeny stock. The stock is seriously on the move at the moment. So let's look at the daily model and see what's going on there. Okay, so the stock is currently, the underlying trend for the stock is a bearish one. Okay, so if you want to look at the stock from the bearish perspective, it looks like a buy, but at the same time as well, on the 1 minute live session, it has run up a huge amount of gain, even though it's cooling off now. It's good enough. So just be really careful if you want to get involved. If you feel that there's a run going on and you want to get involved, technically, yeah, by some measures, it's a good time to get involved in the stock. By some measures, but at the same time, it's also very risky right now. The volumes are increasing. So let's look at the volume right now. 6 million, 6.1 million, and increasing. Yeah, it looks like a buy, based on how things are going right now. But you could get burnt as well. Just be really careful. Just be really careful with Progeny. It's on the move right now and extending seriously. Okay, so just be careful. And on the option side, before we sign up, let's see what's going on for the stock on the option side. So we have let's okay, let's see what the deltas are saying, the Greeks are saying. Okay, so for this 150 we have it's 0.551. Okay, so because the stock is optionable, things will continue to remain complicated. You can see now it has lost some value, so just be careful. There's no guarantee it will extend and reach 100%, so just be really careful with Progeny. If you find a good entry point, you can always get involved. Okay, so yes, thank you very much. We have 2 likes, and yeah, Progeny is quite impressive at the moment. So let's look at ATER. ATER up 3.6%, moving slightly, and not as much as PROG on the daily model. Let's look at the daily model. Okay, on the daily model, it looks like a okay, right now it's oversold on the 14 period slow stochastic oscillator. By some measures, that's not wonderful, but by some other measures, if you look at all that's going on, it may be a good time to get involved. Maybe a good time to get involved with ATER. So right now it's just below its I think 50-day moving average, I think, on the daily model, or below all of its moving averages right now. it's cooling off a bit. It's cooled off from I think there was a run up some gain here and has cooled off. Now it's now trading in between its 10 and 50-day moving average, 10 and 20-day moving average. Is there any chance it will run? Yeah, there's a good chance. Things are very complicated for the stock at the moment. So let's look at the short interest for ATER. Okay, 29.75%, but it's just this short interest, sorry, the short interest ratio, which is the number of days it will take to cover, that is a problem. But it has a short interest of 29.75, so it will always attract, it will continue to attract market participants, and the market makers will also be looking at their delta. So let's look at ATER. So let's look. So you can see the most popular so far, I think, is the $15 strike. Is the stock anywhere close to 6? No, it's not anywhere. So it's just about $8 or thereabout, roughly. So this is around where we are. That 750 has a small open interest. So, but if you have a look at the Greeks, it will give you an idea of what might be going in and going out to hedge positions. So we have a delta for the 750 of 0.41, but we know the open interest there is not so much. I think it's the 1750 or thereabouts that has but even at that, it has a huge short interest, huge open interest, but the delta is not anything significant. So, but this also has something, so maybe not so much might happen at the moment for ATER, but technically it looks like a good buy. You can see that things are improving. On the live model, things are not so bad, even though right now the slow line is below all of its. The fast line is, I think, okay, it's just inched up. It just crossed the fast line, just crossed the slow lines of this 14 period slow stochastic oscillator, but right now it is inching up. It looks like a buy on if you look at it from the daily model. You can see that's trading at the discount to all of its short and intermediate moving averages, trading at the discount to them. Yeah, so if you look at it from this perspective, in other words, you're looking at it from a much more longer term, and you want to take it involve what is going on now. You want to buy the stock when it's things, it's quite not so hot, but somewhat lukewarm, and you expect that given all that is going on around it, they might explode. This might be a good time to get involved. Yeah, it's not so volatile at the moment. Okay, it has just escaped and crossed over the 10-day moving average. So the bullish signs are there for ATER at the moment, based on the live model. Things, yes, it's getting bullish. So if you want to get involved, just weigh everything very well and see what you're going to make of it. Yeah. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us in this live session.